I'll be going through some changes. Yeah, I've been losing friends. Yeah, I'll be going with the totalists. Yeah, I'll be going through some changes. Looking for the new thing.
Hello guys, welcome to this week's edition of Enabling Conversation. Today we'll be speaking about race and interracial dating. Please do not forget to follow us or subscribe to our channel, Curious Copious. Yeah,
comment, man. People need to comment.
Yeah, we need comments and shares and likes and everything. But obviously, you know, shares and comments are appreciated because we like to have a conversation with you. You know, if you have something to say, say it. If you want to insult us, and we'll insult you back because we're not afraid to say fuck you too.
And you know all fuck, these things. Nigga, the fuck.
But yeah, we know we're having productive conversations where people can talk and share their experiences and what they feel about what we're saying, so we can actually grow together as individuals and as a country perhaps, because our country really needs growing. Yeah, in terms of what we're talking about today, especially in terms of race and interracial dating. Please.
Yeah, today is race, man. For me, as I said to you earlier on, to be honest, bruh, to some extent, we all racist. To a certain extent, we all racist. Black people, we're racist towards ourselves and towards white people.
Yeah.
We are racist. Like me, now, for example, one of the things in case about being racist, yeah, I am fucking racist. Because if you think about it, if you were walking at night and you see two black guys walking towards you, you are most likely to get the fuck out of there rather than if you were seeing two white guys walking towards you. You know, you're most likely to, and that's racist. You see black people, you're like, they probably gonna.
And you are associated with crime and violence.
And then we are but when you see two white people, male, you maybe you would think about that, but it wouldn't be the same. Well, that's my opinion.
No, it's true because, like you said, as you made an example of the walk, if a white person were to come to do the same walk that you're doing, you probably would just laugh it out or probably feel comfortable and just they're acting. But as you said, if a black person were to do it, it can get a little bit.
Somehow it's like to a certain extent. I was thinking, the idea would every time now in South Africa, poverty or whatsoever, things like that, we're able to bring white people in them. Like for example, when we're talking about black people and why the poor are struggling, even though we run like the government and all these things, we run the power is engaged, man, but we're still racist, we're still thinking as we're discussing things mostly in South Africa racially. You black and wait, before I even continue with this thing. Okay, wait. Buddy, I have a problem, guys. I don't want to say you stupid, but anyone I don't see color. It's just,
like, we're supposed to talk about it in the beginning. Dude, because you don't understand, even Francis, who will be coming here and joining us today into this talk, we call him because he's a white guy.
Yeah.
We could have called it anybody else.
A black person,
but we call him because he's white and he has something white to share about race.
Yeah, but that's it. I don't see color. To me, I'm just seeing humans.
So what are you? Are you a dog? Because no. I know dogs see black and white. So what are you saying?
We have to recognize that yes, we're different. Yeah. Culturally, we see I'm black. Francis is white or whoever is white, and we're black. The only thing we have to find a way to move on then from there with our differences and recognize that fine, we have these similarities, and one of for me the important thing is that we're human. And then we can have a discussion on that. But not to say, no, I don't see color. No, I think that would be stupid.
But again, still, in terms of that, we still have to agree the fact of it, obviously, because we have been structured with race and people have been classifying us, you're black, you're Indian, you're white, you're colored. People end up growing with different ideologies about the other race because you're trapped in this bubble where they tell you, if you're Indian, you have to think this certain way, you have to look at other people in a certain way. Basically, they're teaching them to classify and stereotype the other race. And it's a fact. Now, as a black person, you've been growing up you've been told the white person is like this. It's either the white person has power or a white person used to abuse us as black people, so you're supposed to hate them. So basically from the start, you're being told to hate another race, which is unfair for other people, because you get here to this environment, UKZN, where there's such a variety of people. There's so many colors of people, but you're afraid to go and interact with them because you have this certain ideology that's already been created for you.
And the other Indians like South Africa, even the way economically we are structured to be like that, because we do not have any white people, like any, like, you know, Meluzwe in town, that's where you get white people. Imagine growing up like that, and you only know them based on what the media says about them and how they affected us and all those things. And then, man, only now in university, maybe we start to interact. You know, I think that's one of the crucial things, you know. And then like to fix things such as poverty, to work together towards that thing, because we do not really know each other. We do not, like, we have to recognize. We have to recognize that we're different. That's the thing. We are different, guys. Like me, I noted that we're different culturally. That's fine. We have to recognize that, right? But after recognizing that, we have to find bases that at the end of the day, we're all humans and we have these kind of needs and stuff like that. And then we work from then. Because if this is of fear, complaining about poverty, and yes, poverty is mostly in black people, like South Africa, but then we have to have a way to communicate with white people and their wealth that they have in the country. I noted with top 10 like South Africa of richest people, actually white people are dominating that list. But
obviously we won't be told that. We won't be told that. You'll be told the Guti Motsepe is one of the richest people because he's rich on face value. Face value. Behind the scenes, you don't know what's happening.
We know.
There's a lot of people who actually have a lot of money, who own a lot of things. And I don't understand the Guti. How is it, Guti? They're so, you know, white people can do the most stupidest jobs in the fucking world, but having to earn so much money.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't know how to, but obviously it might happen to Guti, you know, maybe their parents saved up for them in the past. But it happens like that. And here you are, you will work, so you work your ass off, but you will still not amount to the same money that they're getting.
We're talking about we're talking about that work earlier on. True. Abantu abamnyama kule msebenzi yasemgaqweni, right? You find black guys sweating mfethu amajithe gubha imgodi mfethu aqhamuke nje dumlu afika fang and no, I think we should dig here. That's it.
That's his job. That's his job. We understand the complication behind it, but that's his job. He's just when he's on board, I forget, you know, he goes and writes some
ebuye phansi abhale phansi, guys ngidinga umgodi 6 feet ohamba la ushona le. Black people in there digging that shit. Umjitha lapho yoma 500k nina decided that
uzongichazela ama 1000
kanjalo, yabo.
And that's how it happens, man. But I don't think maybe there's a way it can be solved. But speaking of that, about how also, you know, black people are racist in effect. We can speak about our industry, you know, the art industry. Look at how many shows now, they're full of black people. Is it just the black people who are doing that, or is it because white people are escaping? Because where are the white people in shows? You have Osibaya, you have Old Generation, you have Rhythm City, you have all these different shows, but you don't have white people in them.
But no one is
noticing that. Why are they noticing that? Because obviously they've been
which brings me to this fact. It's interesting. It's really interesting how Gurapi and cricket, they were complaining. Remember the thing of Mbalula, they were complaining about where are the black people in rugby? Where are the black people in the cricket team? Where are the white people in Bafana? Where are they?
Yep.
Who talks about that?
Because we only refer to Foreman when we talk about
Foreman. Like, that's it. You know, where are they? No. So we have. My problem is that if you are black or you are white, and then everything you say to protect the race that you are. No, we shouldn't be like that. We should be critical.
You should be speaking for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone on both sides. Okay. Yes, it's true. We needed more black people cricket team and stuff like that. But then if that's the case, then we need white people in our Bafana team, you know?
And who knows, it might actually get better.
That's Champions of Anonymous because rugby, winner, cricket, winner, white people.
It's only
Bafana
because
black people. That's the thing, you know? Until we're able to be critical rather than we're protecting our race weight. I think because that's the other thing. That's what I noted. Intense would say abelung would say baby. It's a sport bona. They are the most racist somehow, because if you notice abelung we take them they are
the small things they say small, out of the norm.
Yeah, but they are the most, for me I think it's because of the power standard that they hold in society, which makes it like that. Because they also affect in Akusa when if they racist in power, they we more likely to notice them as being racist. Rather, our black people will be racist. Go honchos, Silwana Belungu, go KFC and shit like that. You know, we racist and when they're holding, you know, power, Bapezulu, most of the time, and then yes, really, that's why good no minds over racist. It's easy to, but to some extent, we all are racist.
True. Naturally.
I told you about the story in my high school. When I was in high school, in class, I was doing grade 9, I think. In class, we didn't do homework. I think so. Like not everyone. We did. I don't remember. She was furious because marks. You know, we had to go down, and almost half the class didn't do homework, and she was pissed. She called us monkeys. What's kanjena? You guys will grow up in rely on government and line up for grants and stuff like that. Yo, and kids were pissed by that, and they were like, "Fuck, that's racist. That's racist." We're taking this to the principal to deal with this teacher. No. I refuse to sign that letter. I refuse. The reason being, I was thinking, how many times have black teachers called this? No. Only because a white teacher did that, and then we're able to say, because they're not of our race, and then it's racist. I'm paying if it is true. That's racist. Because
we know the history behind.
Yeah,
we're not gonna hide that the fact. There's a history behind the name. Monkey.
Yes, it's racist. But my problem was that how many times have black teachers called us even worse things than that in class, in the same class? Worse things, but we never even wrote a letter. Fuck, we're tired of being beat up in the school and
especially being
petition,
and then people will say they don't see color.
And then people will say, I just see people like, don't be dumb here, man. We fucking know that these people are white and they have different cultures. They even eat green things and shit like that. I told you about this white girl. I'm sorry. I know that you see this, but then I get to a place. She's bong and tea, bro, right? She's making me tea. She didn't put sugar in that shit. I was confused. Am I supposed to drink tea with no sugar in it? What the fuck do you mean? Like she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Actually, I don't even buy sugar. I was confused. What the fuck? You drink tea with no sugar? It's like, no, that's how we enjoy tea.
It's not tea, that's water.
That's water with a tea bag. That's water with a tea bag, man. She was like, no, I don't even buy sugar. And then that's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what, man? This woman is white. That's why it's like that. She's white, and it's a culture.
That's how she grew up.
And then you want to tell me that you don't see that difference?
There's a whole lot of difference. Especially, but you know what? People need to understand, in all these differences, we can become so much better if we actually just bring these differences together and understand each other a little bit more. You know, things like we'll talk about it later on. Is things like interracial dating, interacting together. So you actually find out the culture of how things go with the white people, how things go with the Indian people, what they do differently that you don't do as a culture yourself. So you can actually understand a little bit of what we call South Africa a little bit better. Because you know, the country might be Africa, or the whole continent might be Africa, and our country is dominated by black people. But white people, Indians, colors, they're already here. There's nothing that can change that. We can't ask them to go to Australia or however the joke may be, which that's where they should go back home. They're already here. Some of them actually, for years, they were born here, they grew up here, they grew up understanding South Africa as the country, as their home country, and you can't tell them to disappear anywhere else because this is where they are. And those are the people we should be learning to interact with. People who can we say, are not racist, because they're only racist because they've been raised that way. They've been raised to see color, and in the way they've been raised to see color, it makes them a little bit, you know, distant from the other color of the other people around them. So we should just mingle together. You know, I wouldn't mind dating a white girl. I wouldn't. You know, there's so much benefits.
I do that shit every day.
They could come up.
Dude.
A white girl is able to go out and take you out and pay
for you.
For dinner. Pay for dinner.
Let's hold it here with the dating and girlfriends, buddy. Next time in
my next special edition, obviously because it's Valentine's Day, we'll be speaking about girlfriends and relationships.
Valentine's Day.
You wearing what flag?
No man, look at me.
So we have a special obviously today. We're speaking about girlfriends and relationships. It will also come out perhaps this week, same with this talk about race, interracial dating. Please wait for it. I don't know why that bus decided to pass there. It's making so much noise. But yeah, this environment, it's a beautiful environment, but we'll change the scenery for this next bit so we can actually be a little bit more closer together.
Curious, copious,
please make sure, as you said, please follow us, comment on us, and then obviously we'll be waiting for our guests to come up and have a conversation in terms of speaking about interracial dating and a lot more. Please wait up. Okay, today we have a guest, Francis Miniki. I never was able to actually say his surname correctly. How do you spell it? Well, how do you say it actually?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's just Miniki. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, we'll be speaking, obviously, continuing conversation on race and interracial relationships. Hopefully Francis will be able to share some of his experience towards the subject. But importantly, we wanted to share his information or knowledge about his latest research and everything else. So please, Francis, take it away. Just please tell us about it. So, because it relates to race, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking at noticing whiteness in a contemporary South Africa through the lens of critical whiteness studies, with particular reference to the performance of a show that I'm working on.
Can I ask something, Francis? There's, for me, I'm always curious about like how do you feel like as a white person? Do you like feel like safe? Maybe like in South Africa in general, do you feel maybe like people portray you or stigmatize you like the person that you are? Because I have a different experience with you as a person, as for the experience that I have with the things I see in the news and people, politicians saying this and this about like white people in general. And every time when I see that, I'm thinking, no damn, that's not Francis. I stay with, because when you say white people, then it's like you're talking about these people I don't know. Yeah. And then as soon as I click to the white people I know, I'm like, no, Francis is not like that. That's put down. So that's what I think. How do you feel about that when, like as a white person now in South Africa?
Complicated. How do I feel? I feel that firstly this is a good place to be for me, because I'm uncomfortable. My white body is uncomfortable in this space because unfortunately I'm trying to learn Zulu, but I don't know how to speak Zulu yet. I can understand things, but it's not. I don't feel nice that I was born in KwaZulu-Natal and I don't know how to speak Zulu or any Nguni language. which is problematic. But I feel uncomfortable in this space, but I feel it's a good thing. It makes me feel good, yeah.
To be uncomfortable.
To be uncomfortable. Because I'm not in a white. I mean, when I go back to the digs I live, the family that owns the property is white. And so it's comfortable, it's easy for me. But it's not easy to come here. Because I feel uncomfortable. But it's a good feeling.
Which is also something we talked about, because we did talk about how the space. Can you just show the bodies there? Just how the space is becoming a little bit more blacker, because we did have a conversation now. That it's becoming less white. And what the interesting question, obviously, that I asked is that where are all the white people going? Why? Because 9 years ago, when I was here,
A lot more white.
there were a lot more white people.
Yeah.
But as the years passed and the years went along, white people started disappearing.
Yeah.
You mentioned that obviously they're going to Stellenbosch, they're going to UCT. What's happening? Why are they trying to escape this integration that's happening? If you have an answer for that.
I don't think they even know. I don't think it's a big assumption to say this generalization, but I think from what little I know of psychology, unconsciously, I think the white people that were here don't feel comfortable. They feel uncomfortable, and that's problematic. And they want to feel comfortable, so they go to white spaces where they can be white comfortably, just
Do white things.
do white things, listen to white music, eat white foods, whatever that means. Talk in English, understand
all people
everything.
around you and the culture kind of thing.
Yeah, understand the culture, so it's easy.
Because it does get hard when sometimes when you're sitting there with people and they're just hearing gibberish, they're talking.
Yeah.
Because even sometimes I feel a little bit comfortable when I'm there at Checkers and perhaps there's like white people behind me and they start picking guns.
Yeah.
And I can't hear what they're saying. And I want to know what they're saying. Maybe they're speaking about me, they're saying something about
Yeah,
my
this
back.
would be uncomfortable.
It's an uncomfortable situation
But
to be in.
I think we should like mix more. I feel like in South Africa, for me, the problem mostly is that we also separated in our neighborhoods. You know, most black people are living in like my community, Lokshing, you know, and then white people have this other space, their own community. The more we integrate, the more we need more colored kids. Francis, can you help with that? We need you like yeah, we need more colored kids, guys. Like seriously, Francis, you should hook me up with those white girls, man. You know,
Which again could bring us to, in terms of interracial dating. Because obviously now we don't put you in a spot. Because when you speak about race, it's everyone. You know, there's Indians. I think some of the Indians are very hot. Indians, there's beautiful Indians. I don't know what they do or what kind of makeup they wear, but there's some beautiful Indians. I don't know what happens there. But obviously in terms of interracial dating, how is that in terms of the environment out there that we don't get to see? What's the situation like?
Interracial dating is not. I don't know the statistics, but it's very, very small.
It's very small.
I think the one statistic I do know is that when an interracial relationship happens, it's usually that the man is black or Indian or colored, and the woman is white. For some reason, that seems to be a thing. But the other way around, it's not so.
So it's not the usual that it has to be a man who's white and dating.
Yeah, it's usually a
Colored
man of. It would usually be a black Indian colored man and a white woman.
Yeah, it's true. And I think for me, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like interracial relationships, they bring us together. Because if I see like as a black person dating a white person, bringing if black people were to bring more white friends, not even in a relationship, any kind of relationship, not even a love relationship, you know, having
But just
more,
friendship, you know,
Yeah,
having a
and-
little bit of communication
Yeah, you know-
about interacting with them. Because we all know, obviously this is not America, where things like, you know, I remember seeing Chris Rock's thing where he said you need a white friend to be in your car when shit goes down. Because
yeah.
when there's a white face, it's a little bit calmer. It's like, oh, there's a white guy, it's fine. These people are not doing anything. In terms of that, obviously, like I said, it's not in America, it's SA. When you were talking about the policing race kind of situation, that doesn't happen here.
Yeah,
where-
it's less.
Yeah, it's not something that actually it's just extravagant where when the whole people are partying, police would come and actually arrest
black people only. Yeah, I think here in Lindokuhle the majority is like black people and less of like white people and stuff like that. I think that's the other thing. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
think,
no,
yeah.
but I think just one thing. So in Canada, when black or First Nations or Indian, when people of color enter Canada, they assimilate Canadian culture. They become Canadian. In America, black, Indian, people of color assimilate to the American culture. They speak English, you know. They do the American things. White people in South Africa do European things.
In Africa, oh.
They don't try and assimilate. They don't try and speak in a Guinea language. They don't try and hang out at Chisas. They don't. They don't. They
No, I
they
understand
want
what
to
you mean.
create a little Europe in Africa, but Africa is not Europe. But they don't, and so there's no attempt, or very little attempt, by white people in South Africa to assimilate African culture. Yeah. Why?
It's quite a dangerous thing, isn't it?
What?
In a sense, the fact that that's what they're doing, just being there.
They're just
and
being European
creating a
in
bubble.
Africa.
Because how long can you be safe in a bubble?
In a bubble.
It's not that long.
The thing is horrible that this even happens now in lecture people black persons. Dude, they create their own small groups, maybe have one black person within the group and then but they maintain it.
Because it's comfortable. It's comfortable to be with your own race group, to talk.
But then the problem is we knew now. We understand the situation, which is why something like this is happening. We're talking about it. So who's busy creating these bubbles? Are the young generation copying what the past doing? Because now obviously still continuing. You still go into lectures and you see Indians bubbled up in their corner. You see black people sitting in there everywhere, and you see white people. So who's creating this mentality that you have to
The other
be
thing
by yourself?
that I noted though is that these people, Kumbuluti, they do not necessarily create groups here only. Sometimes it's because they're friends also in their community, because they live around here in the community already like that, and then they already friends somehow. I don't know. Even if they get here, you know, they get to the same
They're not
thing
willing to
because
spread.
because in their communities that's how they live. We are all still segregated in our communities. So when we get here, we create that segregation too. Because I'm seeing people that I live with, I grow up with. I'm seeing the same color. That's why people want to be comfortable and then stay with black people or whatsoever. You know, I think it's that for most here in this place.
So, but is there a solution? Will there be a solution anytime soon?
There is a solution, but there will only be a solution when we challenge ourselves to think differently to how we've been taught to think. When we stop thinking the way our parents have taught us to think, when or we stop listening to whiteness and to the way whiteness happens, because personally South Africa is not Africa. It is, and it has pockets of Africanness, but because of whiteness.
I think I remember when you said how complex it is to understand the power that you are placed in,
So
the idea
powerful.
that a white man has this power, but you don't understand it because it's not like you are a CEO of a company. You're just Francis, and then but then people see you, and then you place with this power
Because
in
I'm white.
society because you're white
Yeah.
and you are a male. You know that power, but then still you don't understand it. As much as I said that I do not understand the power that I have over a black woman, that the people, because I'm male, I'm singing a type of way. Because I don't know it. Like, I don't like. I can't.
Naturally created.
Yeah, it's just
somehow.
naturally created. I don't know it. So yeah.
But if we can disrupt those preconceived notions of blackness, whiteness, but especially for me, I think the only place of power I can speak from is whiteness, because I can attempt to understand it better because I am white. So that's why I'm choosing to write on whiteness, because I identify as white. You know?
Yeah, okay, sure.
But yeah, like you said, I think even this conversation is polluted with my whiteness. We can't speak completely openly, like we're speaking in English. Why? Because I couldn't understand. And the way that it's problematic. This conversation is very problematic because I don't know enough yet about whiteness, and I don't know enough about. I haven't assimilated. I don't know enough about Nkulu culture. I don't know. I live in a white-ish suburb. Why don't I go and live in Mbali? Or, you know, which maybe I should go and do.
Okay. Thanks, for me.
Thanks, Francis. This, you know, you've been
thank
quite
you.
helpful to us, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time we have a different conversation. When perhaps are you planning to
The show, May.
May.
Hopefully mid-May.
We'll be there to see you.
Sure.
Thank you so much, man.
Pleasure. Thank you guys, man.
Sure. France is a man. Bah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll be going through some changes. Yeah, I've been losing fans. Yeah, I'll be going with the total list. Yeah, I'll be going through some changes.